in a matter of seconds. I'm always impressed by that. Traded all day. Something's up with the Facebook T3 Live page. One moment. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Thanks, Deuce. Let's see. What is going on here? Let's see. The output is broken. They recommended there's a different guide. Yeah, so we're getting let's see if we could just do a stream to Facebook. Hmm. Yep. 1 second. There's some setup. I guess I'll have to do it just through YouTube. Oh well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about how we did in Apple today. We told you exactly yesterday how we were going to trade it. How did it end up panning out? My Tesla earning thoughts, our precise daily stock levels, as well as our game plan in Forex, our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. You might notice that, hey, Mark is almost always on time. He's like 50 minutes late today. I was throwing a class earlier, and thank you everyone for attending our Trendline course here. And that is why I am late today. I just physically could not be on earlier as much as I wanted to be. So yesterday we were talking to you about Apple, and I was like, there are going to be 4 trades that I do in Apple. There are going to be 4 trades I do in Apple. One is going to be our very, very, very world famous one and done strategy, in which we showed you yesterday as well. Not only that, we were going to also apply kaboom, the high five strategy. Not only that, there were 2 other trades that I said I'd potentially do, and the first would be is if Apple put in a 5-minute red bar, I would scalp short it through the first break of that 5-minute red bar, and if Apple got to 203, I would look to buy calls. Apple never got 203, so only 3 out of 4 trades triggered in order to work. I'm honored to say that all 3 of those trades worked. Now let's go over it. See, some people are so amazed that you could actually apply a consistent algorithmic strategy and actually talk about how, yeah, it did work, Richard. We're going to show you. We're going to show you, my brother. Not only did it work, I was able to make decent money on it today. I was able to make like really nice money off like little garbage scalps. You'd be surprised what making 20%, 30% on an option contract can actually pay you when you're actually taking size. So first, why don't we start with the first strategy we did, was the one and done strategy. It's very, very simple. Again, it's a C strategy. Simple, effective, easy. Choose a name with positive or negative news. As we said, we were going to do Apple for positive news. After the first 1-minute bar closes, we're just looking for the next break of the next 1-minute bar, whenever that happens. So you tell me if this is a strategy that you would have liked in Apple. Tell me if this is a strategy you would potentially like in AAPL. So taking a look at Apple, we're going to take you right over to the 1-minute chart. Very simply, we're looking for the first break of the 1-minute candle after 9:31 a.m. Again, watch Newsbeat show number 139. We spell it out for you. Now I'm just going over it, for better for worse. If all these trades failed, I'd be going over them right now. But they worked, and I know they worked because I did them, and so did the majority of the people in the room. Okay, so here's the 1-minute chart. First minute closes, we're ignoring it. We need the break of the prior 1-minute candle, so we can't do it on the first minute bar. Pulls in, beautiful. Next bar, we're looking for the break of 199.26 to break out here. Did it happen? Nope. All right, the high of this bar is now 198.60. We need this bar to break out through it. Did it happen here on this bar? Nope. You hit 197.96. And right over here, like magic, we are looking for the breakout of 197.96. Apple ripped through. 50-cent pop, 48 cents to be exact, and less than a minute later. Next bar got to 65, grinded all the way up to $199. But I need to show you something more important. Apple actually never looked back. There were people in the room who held this thing to over $200. I was like, wow, like you are my hero. But look at this one and done strategy. You buy through the bottom here. As we say, again, the strategy is very, whoops, that's not it. The strategy is very simple. We basically say, look at number 3 right here. We basically say set a simple stop below of the bottom candlestick you chose to buy through. Very, very simple. So over here in Apple, we were actually, if you bought it through here, you were actually setting a stop at the day lows, which was, 197.31. You could set at 197.30, 31, doesn't matter. And you would have gotten that breakout there to the upside, and Apple never looked back. So using the first strategy we talked about, you are buying in the bottom end of the range of Apple, and it never stopped you out. Did I hold it to 200 bucks? No, I didn't. Did I hold it to 199.70? No. But I made a nice chop on this push out right here on AAPL, and that's all that I needed. The next strategy we gave you was the high five strategy. Again, I was saying that we were going to do these strategies yesterday. I spelled out whether you were in the room. If you were in the room, you could hear me do it in real time. If you're not in the room, you knew exactly what I was doing ahead of time. I told you how I was going to trade Apple today, yesterday. Again, I try to bring this value to you in every way I know possible. I will be wrong. It's easy to say, yeah, Mark, you made some phenomenal Amazon calls. You talked exactly about Amazon plummeting. You called it perfectly. And now you're doing it with Apple. I'm not right all the time. Despite, if you watch me for the last week, you might think that. I can promise you that's not the case. But, putting yourself out there, that's value. So we said we were going to do the high five strategy. Wait for the 5-minute bar to test the exponential 8 moving average, and then look for a long as soon as the next bar breaks out. So what we did here on Apple was we went right over here and we waited for the first test of the exponential 8. That's this yellow line right here. And remember, we even said yesterday that's probably going to happen way past 10 o'clock because Apple's gapped up so much. So right over here, 11:05 to 11:10 a.m. candle right here on the 5-minute. Apple tested. Now we're looking for the next breakout of the 5-minute. Didn't happen, didn't happen, happened right here, and then poosh, exploded up to $200.89. You had to, in all fairness, be very quick on that one. You had to be very quick. Whether you took a minor loss or you took a quick gain, it was very quick. I happened to make money on that trade. Exploded up. I happen to just quickly sell. Again, I'm not trying to hit home runs off this. I'm trying to hit singles. I'm trying to hit singles off of this. Next thing I told you, the next strategy I said is if Apple puts in a 5-minute red bar early, I'm going to short through the first break of the 5-minute bar. And I said if the first 5-minute bar was red, I didn't say early, I said if the first 5-minute bar is red, again, it's all recorded on Newsbeat show number 139. No Captain Hindsight coming to you here, talking to you about the solutions after they happen. We talked about tomorrow's solution yesterday, or, yesterday we talked about tomorrow's solution, which is today's solution. We talked about how we're trading Apple on the next day. So what happened? Apple actually did end up putting a 5-minute red bar. This was actually the second trade I did. I went long, made money, bought puts, made money, and then took calls later in the day and made money. So right over here, Apple puts in a red bar. So what did I say yesterday? Again, this is all on Newsbeat Show 139. I said short through the first break of the next 5-minute candle that breaks down. So did we break down on the second 5-minute candle right here? Of course not. We didn't get to 197.31, but you broke down right here and you broke 198.07 on this candle, which is the prior bar right here. You broke 198.07. Again, you dropped 52 cents. You dropped 50 cents in Apple. A little over 50 cents, slightly above 50 cents. I'm not saying you hit a home run. The stock flushed. I ended up taking profits on 80% of my position, and I held 20% and ended up actually losing a little on the 20%, but made more on the 80%. At this point, honestly, I thought there was a good chance Apple would break day lows. Did I hold everything? No, but I held 20% in case Apple was going to flush down. I thought there was an excellent chance we were going to break day lows in Apple intraday. I mean, if you're not part of the room, you didn't know that. I'll admit to you, those watching who are not part of the room, that I didn't call that. But it, 50 cents in Apple. Again, 50 cents. Mark, what can you do with 50 cents? You tell me what you could do with 50 cents, all right? My puts popped on that move. I was able to make money. If you shorted stock, you can make 50 cents. Maybe you caught it 25 cents out of the 50 cents. It was quick, though. It wasn't difficult. With that being said, that was our second profitable trade. And of course, I just showed you the third one. So going back to Apple, 3 for 3. That's how I did in Apple today. And utilizing, I actually told you exactly where I was going to enter yesterday based on the parameters. Is it magical? Or is this market getting a little easier to read? You tell me. How about we discuss Tesla? How about we discuss Tesla? TSLA. They reported earnings. Now, this is like, I look at them and it's just the most garbage company ever, Tesla. And you might say to me, Mark, I love Tesla's cars. I know people who like HMNY's Movie Pass service. I know people who like the Movie Pass service where they could see unlimited movies for a low price. Please do not ever, ever misconstrue the benefits of a company as opposed to the product they sell. This is a nice product, HMNY. The CEO should be, the CEO should be like burned at the stake like witchcraft, like they did in Witches back in Boston, Massachusetts. Of course, I don't wish that upon him, but I think he should go to jail for the rest of his life. Now, you might say, Mark, you're not a lawyer, and that's pretty harsh to say. This guy is the biggest scumbag on the planet. Did he ever hurt me? No, I've made money trading HMNY. He did a 1 for 250 reverse split last Wednesday, 1 week ago, and his stock came right back down to 21 cents. The stock went from $15 to 21 cents in 1 week. I'm not making that up. He diluted these shares so much. The all-time highs on HMNY on all his reverse splits is $35,325. Those same shares today are worth 23 cents, and it will be worth zero. This guy destroyed shareholder value because he's an SOB. Now, maybe I'm too harsh. Maybe I look at this stock and maybe it breaks my heart that a stock like this exists. Because I know there are people out there who are, again, everybody's responsible for their own trades. And obviously, in the Newsbeat live room on January 1st, I said this is in my top 3, my worst rated management team of 2018. I said that on January 1st. When the stock was, I mean, it shows over $2,000, but that's obviously post reverse splits. I think it was like $6, $7 or whatever it was. I'm not doing the math. I don't. This company is not worth me doing the math. But I look at this company and I look at the message boards, like the Yahoo message boards. Yeah, you don't find any trolls there. But like I was just looking at it, and I know there are people who are holding this thing who believe in this Movie Pass, who think Movie Pass is such a great thing, and they watch this company diving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, spiraling towards the earth, burning and crashing. And I look at this and I'm like, this company is a scam. This company is a scam. I felt that way in the beginning of the year. I feel that way now. There's a $0 price target. It's the same price target I talked about in the beginning of the year. Zero. Zero, zero, zero. It's worthless. So, I mean, and there's a point of why I'm talking about this. I'm going to get into Tesla. So, this company earns, they have a negative $2,171 P ratio. Without looking right now, I don't want you to look. I don't want you to look. Guess the market cap of this company as of today. You won't believe me if I tell you. Don't look. Don't. I know you could look it up. Guess the market cap. What do you think? I mean, they talk about Apple being worth $1 trillion. What do you think this company's market cap is worth? $1 billion, Ken? Hell no. Rob? Colton? Colton's the closest one. No. I'm sorry. Bad mark. You shouldn't smile. There are people who are in this garbage. $348,180. I kid you not. I kid you not. That is the value of HMNY. It's worth less than a lot of people's houses. It's worth less than a lot of people's houses. These son of a bees have destroyed this company. Look at the profile. Where's the corporate governance? They don't even show Yahoo doesn't even show the CEO anymore. He's too embarrassed to show his name. Holders. These are known as bag holders. Theodore Farnsworth, 4 million shares. hmm Look at T. Rowe Price bought this one. Vanguard, Susquehanna. These people. How stupid are you to buy this company? Do you do any due diligence, or do you just say, "Oh, I like the product, I'm buying it"? So I can't make this up. The company is worth $384,180. And why it is not funny is there are people out there, say what you want about them being responsible for the trades they take. I get it. But this is not right. Dare I use the word it's un-American? What is American, right? This is not American. By allowing this company to exist, you destroyed people's lives. And it's heartbreaking. Now let me get to the reason why I'm talking about this. There's another company which, no, I am not putting HMNY and Tesla in the same group. They are completely different. Tesla is a phenomenal company compared to HMNY. So Tesla reported results, and you'll see why I was talking about HMNY. And so many people, when you tell them it's less than a $400,000 market cap, it sort of, it sort of, it sort of takes people by surprise. So they lost $3.06 versus the 292 expected. They beat a little on, so they lost a little more than consensus, but they beat a little on revenue. 4 billion in revenues versus the 3.92 billion expected. Tesla sees 50 to 55,000 Model 3s in Q3, saying they produced a little over 53,000 vehicles in Q2. Keep in mind they lose money every time this happens. And Elon Musk says they will be sustainably profitable from Q3 onwards. Elon Musk is like, I don't even know how to describe him. Like, I can't put him in a basket. Everybody loves the dude. I think the dude is like a mad scientist genius. And he reiterated that he's not planning to raise equity. I don't see it. I'm at the point with Tesla where you're going to have to prove to me you can make money. I want to remind you that um, I want to just remind you on Tesla that this is the same company who was unable, who kept promise to being profitable for a while, and I called shenanigans, I called BS, I called it on everything. I called it on everything, but you know, this is a company who kept saying they're going to be profitable next quarter, profitable next quarter, profitable next quarter, profitable next quarter, and they just never are able to do it. They just are never able to do it. So let's talk about May 2nd, last time they reported earnings. And you could see right here they gapped down afterwards on earnings. It was right over here. They gapped down on earnings. And I just want to read to you what was being said. They beat on revenue before. They missed on earnings per share consensus. And they say they're going to return to full GAAP profitability in Q3 and Q4. Now they're cutting it to Q3. And I'm looking at this, and last time he said he doesn't want to raise capital. Those were his words. I'm not paraphrasing. Elon Musk says he doesn't want to raise capital. And now he's saying he's not planning to raise equity, I guess doing a secondary. Because when your stock is trading this high, he understands, and I respect Elon Musk for this. He's not going to dilute shareholder value the same way HMNY did. Because the truth is, if Tesla wanted to come out right now and raise $1 billion, we're offering 4 million shares at $300 a pop. Who wants in? And it'll be gobbled up. I get that. So I have a ton of respect that he did that. Now, with that being said, now with that being said, I might I might have one trade for you guys tomorrow in Tesla, and I'm gonna go ahead and share that with you. It's not gonna be, my conviction is very low. The truth is I don't like trading Tesla. I'll probably not do it. How's that? Unlike, you know, hold on one second. All right. So I just want to show you something on Tesla here. That when they gap down on earnings, you tend to put in a type of a doji when you gap down on Tesla earnings. But the last time you gapped up on earnings, you actually gapped down here. You haven't gapped up on earnings in a while. I was trying to show you guys what happened the last time they gapped up on earnings right here. Right here. They gapped up on earnings right here and they put in a $6 range. The truth is, I am probably going to apply a high five strategy on Tesla. So if I do make a Tesla trade tomorrow, again, you hear it in my voice. I'm not talking about this trade the same way I'm like talking about Apple, for example. But on Tesla, I will look to potentially apply a high five strategy. Not the one and done, the high five. And basically, we're going to consider part one Tesla with positive news. The stock is, I'm assuming, going to gap up. I can't see it not gapping up. And I'm going to wait for the first test of the exponential 8, followed by buying it after the next one, after the 5-minute breaks. Again, there's videos on the high five strategy all over. It's on YouTube and Facebook. Take advantage of that. And it should be good. It should be good. But that's the only way I'm going to trade Tesla. So do I believe in this company? No, but I'm rooting for it. I want Tesla to work. I love what Elon Musk does. Am I an Elon Musk fan? No, but I love what he does because say whatever you want about those obnoxious, idiotic, imbecilic, stupid words he used by calling the rescuer of the Thai children a pedo, like a pedophile, like I don't know what kind of drugs he does. Whatever he does in his own house is his own business, but he's obviously on narcotics, ladies and gentlemen. If you think Elon Musk is not on drugs, you're sadly mistaken. That's calling someone a pedo like that is somebody who is on serious narcotics. But the fact that Elon Musk needs money more than ever and he hasn't diluted his stock, he earns my gold star of respect. because he is still deciding to preserve shareholder value and take the tough road himself. Unlike these scumbags over at HMNY. I mean, someone please jail the CEO. Could we put on trial their entire management team? How did the CEO get hurt from running this company through the floor? Is he a multimillionaire? How is this allowed to be a publicly traded company? It's $300,000. I think when Apple goes up like a penny, well, let's see. You want to see? Here. You want to know what 300 Here, let's do an experiment here. Okay. Okay. Let's find out let's find out what it takes for Apple to be worth more than the value of that. So Apple has 4.9 billion 151,000. Oh, no, 4.915 950 million 138,000 shares outstanding. So, if you divide that by 1 cent. Am I doing that math right? No, I'm not. Let's do 0.01. No, 0.00. Whoa. 0.01. That's 1 cent divided by 4.91. I have it written down. 51. These are all the outstanding shares of Apple. So, um, I'm doing something wrong here, but actually, I could just do the math in my head. If Apple moves 1 penny, you would just knock 2 zeros off and you would get $49 million. If you knocked off three, a tenth of a penny in Apple, you would get $4 million. If you knocked out 4 zeros, all right, so think of it like this. You ready for this? You ready for this number? For every 1,000th of 1 cent that Apple moves, a thousandth of 1 cent in Apple would represent a $491,513 gain in market capitalization. A thousandth of a penny. And that's worth more than HMNY's entire business and company. So when Apple moves up a full penny, oh my God, they're crushing it. Just want to be perfectly clear how disgusting that is. 1,000th of a penny is worth, and move in Apple is worth more than HMNY's entire company. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into our precise daily stock levels, and you are more than welcome to record all my algorithmic levels right here. You could see it right there. Q, Spiders, IWM, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google. And you're more than welcome to hit print screen if you would like them. And we actually got filled on some Forex trades today. That was very interesting. So I do have a few live Forex trades still on the table, and I do have some new orders. And if you're interested in copying my Forex trades, let me pull this down so you guys can see it easier. There we go. Please keep in mind, be underneath the gray line right here. So here are 3 live orders that I have from the other day. Underneath this gray line right here are my 4 new pending orders. You can see I have 4 buys. Here's the size in US standard lots, the pairing, the price up to 5 decimal places out of exactly where I'm bidding. My stop loss if I get filled at these levels and I'm wrong. My take profit level if I get filled at these levels and I happen to be right. And those are my Forex orders. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to go into our full stock analysis. That is for Newsbeat Live members only. I forgot to give you my game plan. It's that type of night. Soda. Soda stream, bubble maker, turns water into soda. 111.40, stock exploded today. I like it. Look for a follow through from 111.40 tomorrow. That is again on my game plan for Soda Stream to break out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get into our full stock analysis. That's your stocks, my levels and thoughts. We're the fastest growing trading room in the nation. Happy trading, make money. We'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening. We were talking about